What's up, everyone? I'm here and I'm playing some Star Wars Galaxies once again. I'm going to get fully buffed up here. I'm getting a mind buff right now. That's the music that you hear. But I believe that most of these people are bots. So I'm going to stop listening and stop watching right here. And you're going to see my, up at the top left corner, the blue bar. Go ahead and fatten up. And then... And she's buffed me with 6 stats. I'm gonna move my ass out here, leave the group. Oh yeah, I'm in a group. Gotta leave the group. I've got my squad leader guy right here, and he is buffing already, so send him a tell. He'll automatically invite me, and I'll get burst run and stat clears for the duration of our buffs. Moss Isley starport. From here I will port to the city closest to the Fort Tuscan, which is right up here in the top left. Burst run my butt over to the shuttle, and as quick as that. So as far as my gear goes on this, this is my looting tune. It's a two-handed swordsman stacker. So he's got some doctor, but the rest of it is all defenses, and then for his damage he has that big hammer right there. And he's primarily going to be attacking mine pool of the mobs he's pulling, unless it's a big AoE pull, and then he'll AoE them down. But he gets hit very little, and for very little, and then he can also heal bleeds, which is a deadly killer that these Tuscans do. They do some nasty bleeds. He's able to heal those. My squad leader, who is on planet and outside, providing him with buffs, will also be able to remove stun and dizzy that the Tuscans seem to spam. Therefore, I'll be on my feet a lot more, be able to be efficient and kill Tuscans without dying. They potentially drop loot. They drop Tuscan rifles. They drop gaffy sticks, which are good for dot. They can have dots on them. But the main thing that I'm out here for are stat tapes, and that is an item that goes into a piece of armor or clothing. And I'll just show you what it looks like here. Make this bigger. I have some loots right here, some shitty ones, really dumb, but this is what they look like. The little tapes right here they go into clothing, and the armor attachments go into armor. As far as my gear goes, I've got some special stuff on this guy. A statted out shirt, some statted out clothing, armor that is anti-decayed. I have 3 pieces of armor that are anti-decayed, and then the 4th piece is my bracer. It does not have an anti-decay, so I have to watch it, make sure that it doesn't break on me. If it breaks, I start getting hit in that stat and I die. Otherwise, the 4 pieces of armor totally protect, through coding in this game, totally protect my character from 90% of kinetic damage, which is mostly what the Tuscans do. You'll see them pop some range shots off their energy, and they typically hit for a little bit more. Let's see, so that's my armor, and then I also have an anti-decayed weapon, a 2-handed sword class thing called a power hammer, and that does blast damage, which they are kind of weak to, not all the way weak, but a large percentage of blast damage goes through, and I'm able to kill these mobs. So there's a big time mob at the end of this cave, and I'm going to pull all the trash in between the entrance of the cave and him, and then kill that. So I'm going to run in, pull all this. And normally we'd be being blared the one of the action scenes from John Williams, but I turned that off so that I don't get a copyright claim against my video. Miss me. I'm going to use a couple pieces of food. I have piccata pie, which helps with my dodge. I have citrus snow cake that helps with my accuracy, so I'm not missing him when I'm blinded. Him, meaning the Tuscan executioner, that's at the end of this cave right here. So I got 2 more of these guys, they're dead. I'm going to double click all these dudes and get their bodies out of the way. And occasionally you'll get a decent piece of loot out of it, but that's shit. This is just a typical looting of trash mobs. Alright, and we're good to go. I'm going to pop a Viserion Brandy, go in here, and well, let's wait for the speed boost. How about that? There we go. I'm going to run in here, pull the Executioner with a Intimidate 2, which will lower its damage that it does to me. Right off the bat, it postures me down. So I lose the speed boost. I gotta run slowly out of the cave. He's popping shots off, which is no problem because I'll just get behind this pillar, this little side of the cave, and now he's got to run to me. I'll immediately apply another Intimidate, put a couple dizzies on him, do a ranged knockdown, and he's off his feet maybe. Yeah, almost. There he is. And then I'll start just doing head hits and bleeds. So I'm going to put a couple bleeds on his head too. He's got a blind on me. So that's something that I can't take off is blind. And whenever I'm blinded, I hit a lot less often, it seems. Even with Citrus Snow Cake, which gives me a, let's see what percentage it gives. I'll describe it. It's accuracy increase 43%. Pretty good. But I still miss a little bit. You see the misses above his head. That means that I'm not doing damage that I could be doing. So once that blind comes off, we'll see that miss a lot less. So Tuscan Fort is this huge building up on top of a hill, and if I could scroll out anymore, you'd see it. But this cave just kind of spirals up to it from the bottom, and it just so happens to be the easiest place you can pull a Tuscan Executioner, which is the largest, has the largest loot pool in the whole place. There's a few Tuscan Executioners in there, but I can't take more than one at a time. Maybe I could, but I'm not trying to work. You know, I'm not trying to actually pay attention to this shit. I just want the loot. Tuscan's almost dead. Gonna stop the macros. Gonna halt the macros right here. All the macros. He just flops over dead. I'm able to calmly walk up to him and double click. We're gonna open the inventory just to see whatever pops in there appear. Tuscan Raider robe, worth nothing, absolutely dick. So we got fucked. Our time was wasted on that one. We're gonna go back in here and pull this trash again out of spite. Gonna go in here and take it out on these motherfuckers, huh? They're firing at me. They're not happy. I'm not happy either. But we gotta listen to something. Alright, gonna loot all this quick as possible. Loot it all. Not even looking at what we're getting. But as soon as they're all gone, we'll open it up. Got a Tuscan rifle, shit damage, destroyed. Got some Tuscan Raider boots, gone. Got some feed tube. Feed tube. You think the feed tube is in their apparatus that they're wearing, the Tuscan Raiders, and maybe that's why they drop so much? All right, to keep it going, we're not gonna wait for the executioner. We're gonna pull this Tuscan Observer right here just to keep the loot going. Otherwise, I'd be waiting for about 5 to 10 minutes, uh, waiting for that executioner to respawn. This way, there will be some overlap, but it'll be more loot, less wait. While he gets attacked, I can loot all this shit. Clothing attachment I saw up in the loot. I need some of that off these big guys as the clothing attachments I need. So this tapestry can go bye-bye. Green crystal can go bye-bye. And additional pets 4. That'll go in the loot box and be worthless. Oops. Put it in the wrong one. Where's the big hits? Come on, get those hits in. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Last one. Alright. Let's get some good loot. Cross our fingers. Double click. Grand ball gown. Terrible. I'll be back later with some more.